Hey guys, we're on part 3 of the string spinner. Now what I did is I took a piece of scrap, actually it was a full sheet at the time, of craft paper, and to save a little time to keep from coloring, I ended up using the craft paper to do my little reindeer. If you're wondering, this is from TPC Reindeer Fun. I really like this reindeer, and it was perfect for how I'm going to be doing this card. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to take this away, and I'm going to show you what I did. I ended up stamping them on the paper, and I cut around and making sure that I was very careful around the antlers. And remember, when you cut, guys, don't take your scissors off, because that's how it works out best. But I did stamped out 10 of them. So this is my leftover ones. I'm going to do those for something else later. And I stamped those down and I cut them out. And then I added, I'm trying to find one of my little reindeer here. I have it here. Okay, so I don't know where it went. He did. Oh, there he is. He fell on the ground. So what I did is I took my liquid pearls, and I think I used platinum on the tail so it would be a little more shiny. I used a little bit since our white-tailed deer, and then I put a little black on the hooves of the liquid pearl, and I did a little black dot for the eye. And of course, it's Rudolph, so I used rouge for the nose, and then I used a little bit of that glitter glue to do a little bit of shimmer on the antlers. So it's ready to go, and I got all those ready. So these are ready, and I'm gonna stick him aside for a second. So that's gonna be my front piece. So let's get started on the inside of the spinner. Now you're going to need some regular tape, okay, to get this spinner in right. Now when you put this in, you guys have to put it in super tight with tape. So my suggestion is to try to center it. As you can see, center it, and then take a piece of tape and hold it, and put a piece of tape in. So you have a piece of tape. Now you can see that's a regular piece of tape, and it's clear tape, and there's a reason why I use clear. I'm going to pull it down. Now see, this is where you're going to find out. I'm going to pull it down just a little hair. This is why you're going to have to pull this back up. You're going to pull this string up, and you're going to double tape it, because that's why you have a moment to adjust the bottom piece. And you're going to want to put it back up this way and put another piece of tape. And it doesn't matter how long the string is. And you're going to snip it now, because you no longer have to worry about that end. So that little piece of thread's gone. Now you got to do the same thing to the other end. And it's going to be a little bit more trickier because the space is smaller. But it's okay, we'll get this. So let me pull. I'm going to pull on this. If you guys are seeing, I'm pulling tight on it. You want this spinner to be as tight as possible when you lay this piece of tape down. Now we're going to double tape it again and flip over the thread. The flipping over is vital. So guys, understand that you need to have it flipped over. If you see what I'm doing, I'm flipping it over, and again, pull it tight. This is how it locks the thread into place. So now I've locked that into place, and I can snip that piece of thread. If I'm going fast, stop and pause the video. So I don't need that piece. Now, if you guys remember at the very beginning, and like I said, the tighter it is, the better it'll spin. If you remember when we snipped out this piece, we have this piece. And again, I still have the watercolor already prefixed on it to save a little time. You don't want it wet beforehand. Now I'm going to go around, and you're going to see me put quite a bit of tape on this, and then you're going to see me use my zig pen to make sure it stays in place. And again, when I cut these are 2.5 by 3.5, but just a hair shorter on the dimensions. And when I mean a hair, just a hair. Now I'm going to go as close as I can to the edge, but not all the way up to the edge. And I'm going to put a little piece right here, because I'm going to go ahead and use my zig pen around the center edge. And you can see this. This is so it locks this part in position when I put it on. If you hear me wheeze, it's because I have chronic bronchitis, and I've gotten over pneumonia, but it's probably coming back. Now you're going to see me focus in here. And I'm going to try to center this once again right over that. And that's kind of the bonus to the scallop, is you can get that. But there you go, it's on, and you can no longer see the strings or the tape. And it looks good on this side. So, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to leave that spinner. Now, if you want to see what you do, the tighter the string is, the better to spin. So when you send out a card with a spinner, a thread spinner, you have to have it wound and ready when you put it in. So when they take it out and they open up the card, you're going to get that spin effect right off the back. And you can put a little note in it. And watch. See if the card's closed. Now watch, it's going to be real fast. Now, I didn't spin it really tight, so it's on there. You can see it spinning. Okay, so for me, the way I did this, now you guys know I already have the watercolor on here. I'm going to need my color box again, and use that blue once again. And I'm going to flip the card, at least how I did this, and I'm going to do that edging once again. And again, I'm just letting it go because I'm using that whole idea of the frosted look. And since white is not going to look as good as the blue, and I'm looking for blue cold, blue cold, I'm just going to go as dark as I want and as light as I want fairly quickly around the edges. And this is how you're going to start seeing it all come together here. Now, you can do them the way you want. Like I said, I love the idea when I combine some of my projects together. Now you can see that that's done. I'm going to go ahead and flip it over to the other side and do the same thing to the front. I try to combine a lot of my lessons with things that are going on that saves me time, especially when I was behind a couple week lessons and I got one lesson up the day before yesterday, and it was multi-series. It was a mini-series for a 4-page layout for boys. Go back and look at it. I will do another lesson to catch up because the 25 days of Christmas is coming, and you're not going to see a whole lot of me doing lessons on YouTube as much. And you can see that it's old and starting to wear out and dry out, but there's still life left in it. So I don't need the color box anymore, and I have little shavings of it. So now I did go ahead, as you guys remember, I went ahead and I put I'm going to put a little bit more so you guys can see that. I want it a little darker, of my watercolor pencils. So I'm going to take off a little bit of water, and I've kind of smeared what I had here anyway. And there's still plenty of water in here. You guys would be surprised how much this water goes. But I'm doing this because I want to do it quickly. And I'm going to smear it through. And you can see where it's starting to blend. And trust me, I'll get it all blended out. This is why, you know, a brush sometimes, water brush would be better. I like that whole Aurora look for this card because of the fact I'm doing it with Santa Claus and reindeer in the North Pole. And I'm going to pull it through, rub it around. And it's going to change with different looks as I go up. Now it's drying, and what you see the dark layers is it drying. Now I'm going to flip it over because this is technically the front and the back. And I'm going to do a little bit more red so that you guys can once again see. I don't want to press too hard because I don't want to make too many lines. I want it to blend. And again, here it's just free-flowing. You guys don't ever panic with doing stuff like this. It's super easy, super fun. And I'm not trying to make it look easy just to make you feel like, oh, you know, she's just doing that so that I'll do it. Well, yeah, I do want you to do it because it is that easy. Enjoy it. It's all about having fun. And I'm going to put a little bit more water here. Okay, guys, we're going to be going on to video 4 here in a second. And this will be the final touches on the card. It's super cute. You're going to love this. Anyway, see you there. Bye.